But on a serious note, we are just 40 days away from BYMC. Just 40 days, whether you believe it or not. It's actually incredible. I remember a couple months ago we were talking about just like original, just first ideas of what we could possibly do with it. But 40 days from now, you guys will have experienced, we'll start experiencing BYMC and everything that's planned, everything that God has for you. But not only that, the fun activities and stuff. But as a team, as a leadership team, the adults that are here in this room, we usually do something for 40 days leading up to BYMC, and we're inviting you to join us in doing that. How many people here had breakfast this morning? Breakfast. How many people? I had 2 eggs and oatmeal, and the oatmeal was really disgusting. So overall, it was just not a good breakfast. But does anyone know what breakfast is? Well, yes, besides that, why do we call it breakfast? Because you're breaking a fast. You fast the whole time you're sleeping. Fasting is when you do not eat or you go without something. So in the morning when you wake up and you have your Wheaties and or Fruit Loops or whatever else, bad oatmeal in my case, you are breaking a fast. And that's kind of a little way to understand this. What we do, it's called fasting. It's when you go without something. It's when you let yourself kind of, you push away something that you normally would want or that you want to do or that you enjoy doing, and you push that away, and you make and set aside specific time for God in that time. For example, you may fast food. There's plenty of people, the Bible talks about when Jesus fasted in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights. Just real quick, don't go to a desert and don't not eat for 40 days and 40 nights. Don't do that. That wouldn't be good for you. No, don't do that, because you will die, right? Any teachers in here that you'll die, right? Probably. Okay. Yes. But what other things you could fast? You could fast TV. You could just say, I'm not going to watch TV for these 40 days, and I'm going to spend a specific time with God. Instead of watching TV, I'm going to spend this time with God to show him how serious I am. And incredible things can happen. The Bible talks about all the positive things that happen when we fast, when we sacrifice parts of ourselves that we love, that we want. You know, some people, you may hear people say, well, I'm not going to be drinking any kind of soda or any kind of juices, and they're like addicted to soda. I'm just going to drink water, and I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to spend specific time with God every day. So for 40 days we will be at BYMC, but we're challenging you along with us. We're doing it too. You can go up to a leader and be like, hey, are you fasting? Hey, Joel, are you fasting? Yep, Joe, are you fasting? Yeah, well, look, okay, that's everyone. We're all fasting, but we're challenging you to join us, whatever it may be. I do not suggest that you guys go all in and fast food and anything, but find something that's super important to you. It may be like a specific app. What's that game called? Floaty Birds, Angry Birds, Flappy Birds. What is with this obsession with birds and apps? Flappy Birds, you might say, I'm not going to play that app for 40 days. And in the 4.5 hours I usually spend a day playing that game, because you guys do that for like 4.5 hours you play, I'm going to talk to God in that time period. Usually, like I like to sit down and I like to read on my phone and stuff like that. I might say, I'm not going to have quiet time. I'm not going to sit down on my phone before I go to bed. I'm going to make sure I spend time with God before I go to bed. Does everyone understand what we're talking about?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Can you fast from school? You're going to have to talk to your principal about that. I would say no. Oh, you could, but it might not be positive. You might get in trouble. But find the thing that works for you. Not everyone is going to fast the same thing, but we want to challenge you to join us for 40 days, not just to give up something as a challenge, but to also fill that time with talking to God. Just like Ashley was talking about today, God does incredible things when you continue to seek his presence and rest in his peace. Take a time, cut it out for God. And say, I'm not going to watch TV, listen to music, XYZ, whatever it may be, drink soda, and I'm going to spend an hour with God. That's incredible. That would be very scary for you. Might not need that. Maybe 15 minutes with God. Can you? Yep. Okay, everyone get that? Very cool. So we're asking you to join us on this journey. 40 days. It's going to go by quicker than you know. If you're interested in going to BYMC,